Hey guys, this is Tristan with my first vlog. And with this first vlog, I wanted to talk about something that's you know, really, really been talked about over the past couple of days. If you haven't already heard, which I'm sure you have, because the world already knows, the Dark Knight teaser trailer has been released. Um, it was leaked online, and then it was shown in front of Harry Potter 7 Part 2. So if you haven't already heard or seen it, why are you watching this video now? Go see it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because um, Batman's something that's always been important to me. I mean, ever since I could remember, really, I've had some form of Batman in my life, be it like the toys that I've had over the years, like countless of them that have since been destroyed, lost. Watching I think I used to watch like Batman, like the cartoon movies, and like Batman Forever. What is it? I can't remember. But I've also watched I also watched the old Batman movies several times when I was a kid. It's always been something important to me, and I wanted to talk about this. I was talking the other day to Eddie Super Doggy Dog. If you don't know him, check him out. I guess the link will be in the description. He's awesome. He's my friend. He makes toy reviews and considerably good movie reviews. No, I'm just kidding. Um, but I was talking to him. He was saying that he wasn't really looking forward to the movie because the Avengers was coming out that year and had more potential than this. He said that he he pretty much said that the Nolan Batman films would run their course, which is something I highly disagree with. I mean, Christopher Nolan, the director, um, to date, he has not made a rotten film on Rotten Tomatoes. He directed Memento, he directed Inception, he directed The Prestige. Um, all great films, pretty much, that have come out of him. Actually, a fun fact: the lowest rated Nolan film it has higher ratings than the highest rated Michael Bay film. Think about that. Um, but so really, what I'm trying to say is that just by sheer odds and by sheer talent from this guy and like the entire cast and pretty much all the people that work on these movies, if they've made two consecutively great Batman films, I don't think they would even allow themselves to mess up the third one. The final act, I don't think they would lose it at the last minute. I don't think they would allow that. And just because they're so talented, I don't think they could. Unless they totally like hired Joel Schumacher to like oversee it. But and so I don't really think that pretty much sums up what I think about how much potential this movie has. Now let's talk about the actual trailer itself. Um, in the trailer, it opens up. It just shows you the clip of Bruce climbing up the mountain and has Ra's al Ghul talking about become a legend. And then it shows Commissioner Gordon in a hospital bed, and he's talking to Bruce Wayne. He's telling him that the Batman needs to return, and I don't know if he's supposed to know the Batman's identity, but it's kind of what it seems like, which is not the most well. Like, uh, I'm guessing that had to be like later in the film, which then makes me skeptical because then I think that they're not gonna have Batman until like a while in, but I'm not sure. It really confuses me that part right there. But then it has Bane's face, right? It just flashes Bane's face at you, and then it shows Bane advancing on Batman, and Batman, um, that was just amazing. Just so like there's that like little like 2 seconds, just I don't know. And I want to talk about Bane. What I think Bane is such a good choice for the villain because he pretty much follows suit in what the last two villains were. What made Ra's al Ghul and the Joker such great adversaries for Batman is that they were both highly intelligent and super determined, just like Batman. They're pretty much the opposite of Batman. Um, this is basically summed up, and they basically spell it out for you at the end of The Dark Knight, where the Joker says, "It's what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object." He's saying, "We're destined to do this forever." He's like, "Why don't we share a a cell in Arkham?" Uh, he's pretty much saying that they're so similar that nothing can like stop it. It's supposed to go on. The Joker could be the unstoppable force or the immovable object, and that's what makes both of those villains so dangerous, is because they're so much like that. And Bane's the exact same way. Uh, a lot of people don't know this because Batman and Robin threw them off so bad. Bane is actually probably the smartest Batman villain. He knows like several different languages and is like super like John Cena or like I don't know like Stone Cold Steve Austin, I guess, bigger than John Cena. I don't know, but he's huge. The guy is tremendous. Um, in the comic books, he broke Batman's back, as you all probably know, which I don't think they're going to do in this movie because that would be too predictable. I mean, you'd go in there expecting that. I think Nolan's a little too clever for that. But I think well, the Batman's definitely going to be like checked. So I think Tom Hardy's a really great choice for this character because Tom Hardy is very smart. Well, he's not very smart, but he's intelligent. You know that he's not like dumb, but I don't think he's like I don't know how smart he is, but he's smart and he can build up huge. Look up the movie Bronson if you haven't, because he's like in that movie he pretty much is Bane, but like a moron. Um, and Catwoman is something I've been skeptical about. Um, because I don't want them to make it like campy like Catwoman fighting crime or Catwoman robbing a bank because really I'm not trying to be sexist here, but I mean the first thought that comes to mind when you think about a chick in the comic books was a prostitute. Think about someone like that, Anne Hathaway in skin tight leather. The first thought that comes to mind is not supervillain. Um, it's gonna take a lot of talent to pull that off, and I'm pretty sure Anne Hathaway has that talent. 'Cause Anne Hathaway is just so hot, and she's smart too. And yeah, I think they're gonna be able to pull it off. But one thing I really hope for this movie is that I hope they go back to focus on the character of Batman because the Dark Knight the thing that the Dark Knight lacked for me is that it didn't really focus on Batman much. It was more about Harvey Dent and the Joker and the Joker's sort of plan for Gotham. And I really missed that sort of Batman element that Batman Begins had. That's why I prefer Batman Begins. Batman Begins is actually my favorite movie, and I really hope they go back to that. But this movie, regardless of what they do, is probably probably like 98% sure is going to be epic, without a doubt, really. Um, and I'm just really looking forward to it, as everyone else is, and I hope it's going to be great. And I think this movie has the right talent, it has the right intelligence, it has the right sort of mindset, it pretty much has everything. And if they manage to mess this up somehow, it's going to be probably the most epic disappointment of all time. But they probably won't. Well, that's all I really had to say. I'm running out of time here. It's 9 minutes long. I don't even think I probably wouldn't even watch this. But yeah, I'm gonna go. So there you go, kids, and let's give sort of like a little Batman graphic. Bam! Oh, well, later.